Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you for being here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share the video if you so choose to. Anyways, today I want to talk about a real popular YouTuber who has almost 500,000 subscribers. His name is Hassan Campbell. He's pretty controversial. He gets into the politics of hip-hop and street politics and things like that. So he's one of those polarizing characters. Either you love him or you hate him type deal. And I like to watch him from time to time, depending on what's going on in the news and in the industry, just to get his take. And most of the time I pretty much agree with what he has to say. I think he stands on the side of righteousness and accountability, and that's something that I can appreciate, because a lot of times you don't see that online very much. You see a lot of people co-signing the bullshit, if you will.
My life, my pain wasn't worth nothing. That's what the fuck y'all telling me?
Feeling a little kind of way. I'm not really sure how to feel. I understand that he was sexually assaulted at a very young age. I want to say he was in his teens, 18, 19, or maybe even younger, in the Bronx River, where he is right now on his video. And he was assaulted by a famous artist by the name of Afrika Bambatta, part of the Zulu Nation. If you guys don't know who he is, check this out right quick.
Just hit the phone and hit me. Just get on down and hit me.
Okay, so that's Afrika Bambatta from back in the day. If you from you know, the 80s hip hop, that's where it all started anyway. Late 70s actually. Late 70s, 80s hip hop, New York, that was the scene, that was it. Anyways, he was in that area around that time doing those types of things and hanging out with those types of people. So he alleged later on in life as an adult what happened to him. And it seems as though the situation with Cassie and Diddy, which, just in case you don't know, if any of you have been living under a rock under the last week or so, Cassie alleged that P. Diddy assaulted her, raped her, forced her to have sex with male prostitutes, and the list goes on, beatings, all that good stuff. Anyways, she sued Diddy, and Diddy settled out of court less than 24 hours later. She won to the tune of $30 to $50 million. We don't know. Everybody keeps reporting different numbers. Either way, that situation triggered something in this popular YouTuber Hassan Campbell's psyche. I believe it brought up emotions of his case and what happened to him as a youth, but more so the lack of empathy and sympathy that he did not get from people in his own community. Rather than them supporting him as the people are doing for Cassie, they did quite the opposite. People talked about him. People made fun of him. People made him feel like shit instead of having his back. And most importantly, not retaliating on his behalf. So this whole case, I don't think the case itself triggered him, but it was the response, the overwhelming response. It was the overwhelming response and support that Cassie received that triggered in him, that triggered something in him. And so I understand why he's going off. I understand why. I think that would trigger anybody who hasn't done the work yet. And when I say done the work, I mean therapy, shadow work, working through it, processing it. And sometimes it's not even just processing the actual event of what happened to you, but it's processing the reactions and the responses that you get from your loved ones and from other people. You know, I heard a YouTuber say recently that every day you wake up, you have to choose you. And you choose yourself because anybody that's in your life is entitled to walk away. People wake up every morning and say, I no longer want to mess with you. I no longer want to be your friend. I no longer am in love with you. I no longer. But guess what? If you have chosen yourself that day, it doesn't matter if they walk away. Well, first of all, I think he went there as a death wish. I think he was so triggered and just so over the whole situation and the treatment that he received that he said, I'm going to the projects where I'm hated. And if I die, I die. I literally think I really think he had a death wish on himself. And he went there to die. The problem is that when your self-worth is dependent upon how other people value you, you done already lost the game. You choose yourself first, it won't matter if somebody supports you or not, because at the end of the day, your support comes from God up above. That's where your true, real support comes from. Your God. I wish the best for Hassan Campbell. I pray that he gets the help that he needs in order to move on. Otherwise, these types of things are going to continue to be a trigger for him and bring him back to a dark place. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Good morning. As we approach Thanksgiving, it makes me think of the Pilgrims and the Native Americans. And I guess that part's not too funny, right? But I am going to talk of some funny part of it. This is a little known secret that Black America has been denying for decades, if not centuries. For decades, I'll say it like that. Did you know any African Americans who like to say they have Native American in their family? Normally they have what we consider quote unquote good hair. There's a little known secret that these people don't want to acknowledge. And it is that they generally do not have any Native American ancestry. Those African American people who have good hair, who claim to be Native American, they normally have like 10 to 20% European ancestry at least. So if you're brown skinned, not a dark skinned black person, but a brown skinned black person or lighter, don't confuse it. Like you're not Native American. Your grandmother wasn't part Cherokee, Navajo. Your grandfather didn't date some Indian lady from the Pueblo nation and none of that. Y'all got European ancestry. And the funny thing is, when African Americans have just about 1 or 2% Native American, even if they do, they claim that. But they don't want to claim that 20% European ancestry. Y'all need to do better, man. I'm gonna pull y'all cards on this. Never mind. I ain't gonna call y'all what y'all are, but don't think because you got a little bit, because you cinnamon brown, that you're black. Y'all are like from Ireland and England and Wales and all that.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
I would call you something inappropriate for here, but I don't want to be offensive. But y'all know, y'all know what it is. Stop lying. And y'all can afford the DNA test. Stop running from it. Go ahead and spend your $99 and find out where your peoples are actually from.